Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Howl Line. My name is Jason.
My name is Elena.
And the Howl Line is your Mountain West Conference all sports of Lobos podcast. We're really excited to start kicking off the 2025-2026 football season. We're going to be going through all the current teams, all the coming in teams, going through their schedules, their rosters, and their coaching staff rosters, making predictions, talking about the stats of those guys.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to be doing the next couple episodes. But we're excited to kick off football season.
It is 10 weeks away.
10 weeks is too much. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, if it's 1 week away, it's too much. I love me some college football. I mean, Mountain West Conference football too. There's a couple teams when they play each other. It's a ball game.
Mm-hmm. And I know we're somewhere in the 70 days away from the first college game. So it is one of those things where the universe just knows, so it's gonna make you wait.
Oh, it's been making me wait forever. Yeah. So we're gonna be talking about the New Mexico Lobos this episode, going over Jason Eck.
Yep.
I mean, Jason Eck came from Idaho, head coach for the Vandals, 26-13 run in 3 years. Brought the Vandals from averaging around 4 games winning seasons to going around 8, 9, 10. So I say being a first-time head coach, that's a record. I mean, it's only been 3 years, but this guy's got some winning streaks. He's brought the Vandals to 2 years in the FCS playoffs. Didn't win the championships, but the playoffs, he brought them for 2 years. Again, pretty extraordinary.
Yeah. With that being said, it's an exciting time for us and all the other Lobo fans. It's new coaches, new faces, and a whole new year to bring up new team momentum.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're bringing in a whole new staff as well. Not a single person left. I mean, he's added 50 players, 50 plus players to this team.
I know during our practice game, Luke Drzewicki got promoted to a scholarship. So
Luke Drzewicki, our kicker, got a scholarship.
Yeah, that's great for him. I don't know if that was a goal for him, but even to get a scholarship is just
getting a scholarship is hard.
Mm-hmm. Also from Idaho is our offensive coordinator, Luke Schluster, is back from Idaho, bringing a balanced pro-style offense that fits our roster well. I can't speak.
Defensively, we've also got Spencer Nowinski. Sorry, it's one of those names. Nowinski. He's got an aggressive play. I mean, he's got a fast-paced schemes, and he relies on the pressure and speed. I suppose we're also adding the special teams coordinator, Daniel DePrado.
Yeah. We have Bo Davidson, that is our first general manager. He brings pro-level experience to the program, building, recruiting, and player personnel.
Bo Davidson comes from Memphis. So Memphis is, in my opinion, it's not one of the best teams to play football, but it is a team up there. It's a really good team. So him coming from Memphis down here, I believe he's going to be bringing a lot of some knowledge from higher conferences, and I think it's really going to help, especially being the first time that UNM's had a general manager. I think it's really going to help.
I think it's cool that some of these athletics, like football or even baseball, just in general, you can come from anywhere. You know, we have people from all over the country, I guess, and all over the world. I know a lot of basketball teams carry more international students, not just basketball teams, but
I mean, we've got a player from Mexico on our team.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we've got a fight for starting quarterback. We've got a couple quarterback options. One of them comes from Idaho with Coach Eck. Jack Lane, who is a junior, he led the pack, transferring with Coach Eck. He has brought in offers from, I believe he was offered at Air Force as well as Nevada, if I'm not mistaken. Bringing those experiences that Coach Eck schemes, how he plays with him.
I wouldn't expect Air Force, and I'm only saying that because I always thought that you already had to I know it's hard to get into Air Force because it's a part of the military, so
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think
The
that they
issue
would
with
permit you.
them is you have to enlist,
Yeah.
and serve a certain amount of years,
Mm-hmm.
to get that ride, at Air Force. I could be mistaken, but I believe it was Air Force. I know he got offered by Nevada and one other Mountain West team.
Mm-hmm. Jack Lane is smart, calm, and def- he reads defenses well, like a veteran should. Quick, he has great qualities for a starter into week one.
Mm-hmm. As well as we've also got Gabriel. I'm sorry about this one, but Machenbacher, Machenbacher. I think it's Machenbacher. He's a JUCO transfer. He has a dynamic threat, as well as he can also throw, which opens up a lot for our defense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, not defense, offense.
Well, we have Cole Welliver. He's a transfer from UConn with a cannon arm.
Mm-hmm.
He develops well. He could push for playing time and keep the QB room competitive.
See, I think Jack Lane would be a good quarterback, but in my opinion, if Jack Lane's not going to be starter, I think this guy should be, a front runner. I mean, Cole Welliver coming from a UConn status, he played good for the team. The games that he did end up playing at UConn, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually excited for that one. Seeing if hopefully he can stay at UNM, seeing him in the future playing.
Well, like any team, competition will help, especially for us. It's good to have multiple options
Mhm.
depending on the game plan.
As well as we've also got, a senior, James Lobstein, who's run out the depth chart. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't play much last year, especially since UNM had Devin Dampier. Uh, Definitely gonna miss that guy. Good player, but, um, I think he could be a front runner too, being that he's been at New Mexico for the majority of the time that he's been in college.
Mm-hmm. Wide receivers include Keegan Johnson, who runs crisp routines and brings reliability, and Isaiah Blair, a speedy playmaker who can stretch defenses. Xavier Van also brings speed and versatility,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is important. I mean, they all have important qualities, but speed is definitely one of those things that you just have to have in this game in particular.
As well as on offense, we've got running backs. We got DJ McKinney, as well. He was a JUCO speedster, and Damian Bigston, who was a powerful runner between the tackles.
Mhm.
We've also got on the offensive line Tyler Lawrence and Richard Pierce. Those two will be protecting the quarterbacks.
Mhm.
I think those two will be the starters. They've got, especially Richard Pierce. Seeing him play, he's a really good player.
Yeah. Cornerback Abraham Williams and Frankie Edwards III are key players who can lock down receivers and create turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
With Nozinski's aggressive defense, expect a lot of pressure and forced mistakes coming from him.
I mean, bringing up the defense, I think defensively, New Mexico's got a good defense this year.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Max. I've got all the hard names. Lance. I'm gonna spell it out for you guys. It's LANTZC. Sorry, ZSCH. And we've also got Brian Booker, who I've, seen as a really good player. These guys will, hopefully be disrupting the upfront and putting pressure on the opposing offense because, I mean, they're going to need some defense this year. Last year's defense was on and off. So,
Moving on from the different positions, what are your game predictions?
game predictions. So, going into New Mexico's schedule, this is how I see it. So, going into week one, UNM is traveling to the big house. Dumb way to start a season. I understand Michigan's going to be a good team to play, give them some experience. First year coach, and I know you don't choose the schedules every year, it's like 5 years planned out, but first year head coach, let's play your first game at Michigan.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Michigan was chosen by Mendenhall.
No, I believe it was chosen a couple years before that.
Oh,
I could be wrong. I'm not sure when it was chosen, but
well, it also could have been
it,
one of those things too, where it's like they thought we were going to be ready, but they didn't know that
Well,
all
I
this
know
change was going to happen.
next year we're playing Oklahoma. The year after we're playing a team we've been playing a couple times, which is Texas A&M.
Oklahoma is an OU. Sucks.
Yes. So here's how I see the schedule. Week 1, we're going into Michigan. I say that UNM's going to have about a 15% chance on winning this game. It's going to be a tough test for the playing against Michigan. They've got a big team. They've got a fast team. Of course, any team is a chance to beat. We beat number 18 Washington State last year. Could be a chance that they do that, but I take this as a loss. But I do think it's going to be a valuable experience for the team. So I say they're going to be 0-1 in week 1.
In general, it will be a test for their physical and mental toughness. The goal is to compete hard and build confidence for a team like that. I mean, they're such a well-known national team that it's not going to be a lie that they probably have a lot more resources that we just don't have or get because we're such a smaller school for football. And I mean, compared to I'm a real big basketball fan. I love basketball and I love the pit. But I mean, I think that there's resources that we get for the basketball team that the football team.
And Michigan was most recent national champs, I believe, in 23
for football. Yes.
So going into week 2, coming home for the home opener, I'm excited. That's the first game we're going to be able to see at home. They're going to have a solid chance against Idaho State. So bringing in the head coach of Idaho playing Idaho State, that's going to be a little bit of a rivalry between the coach and the team. Not much New Mexico, but this one they're going to, in my opinion, handle out confidently. UNM's going to be 1-1. I take this as a win. 1-1 in the week 2.
Will definitely be a strong offensive performance, and that's crucial to gaining momentum. But
I say there's putting in percentage-wise 85%. I put it at an 85% chance that they're going to win this game. I mean, there's teams like Montana State last year. Oh, it's FCS team. No. New Mexico lost to them, but also New Mexico was struggling their first couple games, weren't a good team, and then kicked up after their win against New Mexico State last year.
But yeah.
But going into week 3, they're headed down to Los Angeles, going to play UCLA. I give this a 20% chance on the win. They're going on a road to the Rose Bowl. Now, the Rose Bowl is a very hard place to play. The reason it is a bowl. It could go either way again, but I see this as a loss. So I think UNM's going to be 1-2 after week 3.
I think it will generate pressure and disrupt the QB. If UNM can stay in the game, but it would be a tough loss. It's again one of a more recognized team just because
pretty prominent team.
It's in California. A lot of those California teams just have those better.
Though UCLA moving into, I believe they moved to the Big Ten. Them moving into a conference that's East Coast based, and they're on the West Coast. Who knows how they could be? I mean, with the whole travel schedule and everything, we'll see how they go. But
I think I said last episode, but for a lot of the Mountain West teams, they're pretty much in neighboring states, except for they're in neighboring states.
And see, conferences used to be like that, but now it's about who has a higher name profile.
I mean, with our newer team, so far with the current teams, Hawaii is our furthest competitor, but with some of the newer teams,
Illinois.
And
we've got Hawaii and Illinois.
Yeah.
UC Davis is in California, so inland we got the West Coast and then all the way down to Illinois, but we've also got Hawaii. So those are going to be pretty far. Going into week 4, week 4 is going to be our bye week. Good to have a bye week after kind of having a tough two schedule big games, UCLA and Michigan, kind of rest, get ready for rivalry week. So week 4 is going to be bye week. Week 5, home game against the New Mexico State Aggies. I tell you, one of my favorite games. Always so fun, always energetic. Known as the Rio Grande rivalry. as well as the Battle of I-10. I take this as a 70% chance win against New Mexico State. Of course, there's chances UNM loses all the time. But I think with this team going to the spring game and seeing these new players that have been added, not all of them are good. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them do have potential. Bringing in from Montana State, Scottree Humphrey. He is a really good running back. So I think he's going to be helpful during these games. So rivalry games, in my opinion, are hard. No matter what team it is, good or bad, I think they're always going to be hard. So they're always unpredictable. But again, I see UNM winning this game by 70% chance. I take them as 2-2, 2 wins, 2 losses after the end of week 5.
Rivalry games, they're always unpredictable. I mean, you could go X amount of years and be the defending champion, and then you could lose that all in 10 seconds just because of one play. But with that being said, New Mexico State's always unpredictable, but we have the home field advantage, which gives us just a little bit more motivation and knowledge on who we're playing and where we're playing.
Go ahead.
No, okay. New Mexico State hasn't always been great at sports either, so
I mean, we are in the more prominent G6 conference. So, week 6, going all the way down to San Jose. I give this about a 40% chance loss. I'm sorry, 40% chance win. I take this game as a loss. It's definitely going to be a hostile environment. Tough opponent. San Jose State's on and off every so often, but they are a really good football team. So I take this as UNM at the end of week 6 will be 2-3.
The discipline that the defense needs is crucial to avoid big plays that could swing the game.
Week 7, going all the way down to Boise, Idaho, playing on Smurf turf. I give this a 30% chance win. The environment is hard down in Idaho, being especially that they made the playoffs last year. You've got the blue turf. It is a higher elevation. Albuquerque is a pretty high elevation, but Boise is a little higher. So, being that sense, we can handle the elevation, but Boise is Boise. And I take this as UNM's going to be a loss. 2 wins, 4 losses.
Well, Boise State will be a tough matchup, especially because they do now have that. They have that experience of being in those higher risk games.
Playing some pretty good teams. I think they played, what was it, Penn State?
I forget, honestly. At that time, I was off in La La Land, thinking about unicorns or something. But the Lobos just have to stay aggressive and fight through adversity. When I look at words, I can't just look at them. I have to stare at them just to get the point across.
Week 8, going into the game against Nevada. We're going to be playing here in Albuquerque. I give this a 60% chance win. Nevada games have always been easy. Whether we've lost them or won them, they're always some pretty easy games. So I think it's a good opportunity for a home win with a balanced offense. I take this as a win. Lobos 3 wins, 4 losses at the end of week 8.
Controlling the possession time through the game will be the key to success for that game in particular.
Week 9, play Utah State here in Albuquerque. That one I say is a 55% chance win. Reason being is it could be 50-50 because Utah State's coaching staff came from New Mexico. Not all of them. Definitely lost offensive coordinator Jason Beck with the B to Utah. But everyone else mainly went back to Utah State with Coach Mendenhall. So they're going to know how some of the players that did stay, how they play, the way that they choose to do certain things during plays. So I take this as Utah State is going to be very hard to play, but home field advantage in Albuquerque. Lobo fans are going to be pretty fired up against Mendenhall.
I think this, I don't know, this could turn into a rivalry game just for now with the current coach being our former coach.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
I if they end up playing each other more, because Utah State is headed to the Pac-12, I could see a rivalry, being that they stole their coach, just like UNM against Nevada during basketball. They stole Steve Alford at some point because Steve Alford left UNM for UCLA, and that didn't turn out well. He wanted to come back and he couldn't, so he went to Nevada. So I see it in that same way. Is Lobo fans are not going to be happy, and because it is home field advantage, I do see New Mexico winning this game, putting New Mexico at 4 wins and 4 losses.
the key for them is smart play calling and execution that will determine close games like Utah State and Nevada.
Mm-hmm. So week 10, we are going into um, UNLV. UNLV, I take this as a 50-50 game. UNLV has been struggling finding some good players. They've got really good players on their team, but especially since the whole finance situation, they're digging out of NIL, digging with finances. It's going to be a tricky road for them. But I do see New Mexico end up losing to UNLV. I'm going to put this game at 4-5 for the Lobo season.
For this game, UNLV is on the road. For them, the biggest thing would to be focus mode to avoid costly mistakes.
Being especially playing at UNLV, playing in the Raider Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think that's one thing that's cool that they're playing with an NFL team, same stadium. But at the same time, it's definitely hard to play in those kind of stadiums.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you think about it, the measurements are different.
More seating. UNM does have one of the highest seating in the Mountain West, but we can't fill those seats. So hopefully we can start filling those seats. Week 11, UNM is going to be on another bye week. This is going to put them at a refresh after the loss against UNLV. They're going to come back during week 12. They're going to be playing Colorado State, as well as the Rocky Mountain Showdown. It's not officially named that. It's definitely called that a lot of places. I think we hear it a lot here in New Mexico. It's a Rocky Mountain Showdown. So this is going to be a chance to get control after a loss against UNLV, having that time to kind of refresh and kick back in. So I think they're going to win, especially being at home. I think New Mexico is going to pull this off and be a 5-5. I think this is going to be a 65% chance on a win.
Avoiding penalties and maintaining the composure, that would be their main focus for.
Going into week 13, they are going down to Air Force.
No.
They are playing Air Force, and I give this a 50-50. I'm not putting it at 50%. I'm putting it at 45%, but I do give this a 50-50 kind of chance in a sense of Air Force was, no offense, struggling like hell last year. We beat them, even though they have beat us many more times than we beat them. We beat them last year. I'm going to take this as a safe loss, being that it's going to be an Air Force home field advantage. They're always tough with their triple option attacks. So focusing on the discipline will be key to winning. But again, putting this as a safe loss, putting New Mexico at 5 wins, 6 losses, and they've got 1 game left. So if they get that game, whether it's a win or loss, this could be bowl season.
Mistakes on defense against teams like Air Force triple option will be punished.
Week 13.
Sorry, I was inconfident in saying that, but it's true.
Week 13 is going to be against San Diego State. San Diego State is the headliner of leaving for the Pac-12. They wanted to leave for the Pac-12 for so long. They're finally doing it. But I take San Diego State as a win, being that we're at the home field advantage. It's a 50-50 game in my book. But being that we're a home field advantage, if they go 5-6, this is going to be big. They're going to want to rally up, being their last game at home. Let's get this done. Let's get bowling. I think the Lobos are going to end up bowling. They're going to win this game, going 6-6 in their season.
Finishing the season strong, it would just be a confidence booster for them, and I mean every team needs a confidence booster.
So in the end of the season, I take it as UNM is going 4-4 in conference. They're going 6-0 at home, and they're going 6-6 on the road. All together. UNM is going bowling, and I believe it's going to be at the New Mexico Bowl. It's always at the New Mexico Bowl. Question is, which Conference USA team will they be playing? As well as, if you don't agree with us, we'd like to hear your comments in the comment section. We do hate always kind of ending these, but we do thank you guys for watching. Smash the like button, helps with the algorithm, getting us out there, especially since we're a new podcast. Comment what your suggestions are on how this Lobo season's going to go, what teams that you agree with, what teams you don't. If you'd like to hear something from us, please let us know in the comment section, as well as please subscribe. And we will see you in another episode. You got anything else to say?
No, our goal is definitely to just be more, to improve in general for this podcast. So just bear with us as we learn. I mean,
we did get some feedback, and one of them was the microphones. We did get a new microphone set up, so hopefully this is going to be a little better than the microphones we had before. But we do appreciate your guys' feedback. We'd like more feedback.
Thank you for your support so far. I mean,
it's been outrageous. I did not expect as many followers, subscribers.
I mean, I don't really know what the average beginning subscriber count is. I mean, and I try not to focus on that because I feel like then it makes us sound greedy, but thank you for those that did.
We do appreciate you guys, whether we know you, whether we don't know you. We consider you a part of the Howl Line family. We consider you guys howlers. So we truly appreciate your support. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will see you on the next episode. We're going to be going in alphabetical order. We just wanted to kick New Mexico out first, being that's our team. Get that out there, and then go all the way down the Mountain West line. So if I'm not mistaken, alphabetically, next will be Air Force. So you will be hearing from us midweek to end week.
Yeah.
This week.
We're trying to work on a schedule, but it seems like Saturdays are our best fit.
But again, smash that like button, subscribe, and comment. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we hope you guys have a good rest of your days, good rest of your weeks. Go Mountain West, as well as go Lobos.